Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. Today I want to tell you a little story about a woman who went to an women's empowerment retreat and was super excited to be surrounded around other like-minded women who were empowered and just, she expected to just be surrounded by women that just felt super excited about life and just all these things. And I was sideswiped. It was actually about getting, doing some healing on yourself. And I was at this place where I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm empowered. I was going through to become an empowerment coach. And I thought, why do I need this? And it's sitting around, only half kind of listening, half. I feel like I was a little full of myself at that moment. I just thought, who am I to need healing? Like, I'm good. I've worked on my stuff. I'm good to go. Like, I'm on the next stage where I'm here to empower people, empower women. And I was kind of kicked down to the floor in a loving, gentle way, but I was kicked down. And beat up a little bit at the end of that retreat. So that was when I first realized denial. I didn't even know I was lying. I was lying to myself that I was perfectly good. Because here's the thing, and this was I'm glad I learned this before I actually graduated becoming an empowerment coach. Because if I would have walked in that moment as a coach, I wouldn't have been the coach that my clients need. It would have been like, oh, I'm at this good place and now I'm just helping you. It's not like that. Yes, I'm a coach. I have tools. I can work through things. I have the training and things like that. But that doesn't mean that I am not human and that I have this super power to just be fully healed and I have no traumas in the back of my mind, or I have nothing that triggers me and things like that. That's not true. I have done a lot of work on myself. Yes. I've discovered a lot about myself. Yes, but I still have more to discover. At any point in our lives, when we think that we're at that point where like, no, like I'm fully, I'm at peace and I'm at like whatever. You might be thinking, there's always something to be found. And if this year has not taught me that, like, wow, like so many things is, have showed up for me this past year and a little bit, year and a half, give or take, of really the importance of just loving yourself more, whatever life throws your way, and self-care and just so many things. But denial can get in the way from us really discovering who we truly are. It can stop us from growing, from improving. And I don't mean improving because you're not good enough now. You are. But we're constantly growing and learning and developing. And, your days and your weeks will, there'll be like little things that you'll do and it'll improve your way of living. I think back to my childhood. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. I think I was making my own lunch when I was in grade 2. I didn't like a lot of things that came in lunch form. Like I would prefer to eat something that was heated and things, but I had to put it in a bag for lunch. So I had to kick around all the times. But being grade 2, my daughter's in grade 2, so I'm like, I don't even know. Anyways, but I was eating white bread with mustard sandwiches for lunch. And then I know we were that generation that had like the Gushers and gummy things. I don't even know what they're calling more, and Joe Louis and Flakies, and those ones I could eat. But anything candied, I just really didn't like as a kid. I would actually trade them for something which was good because I probably got a little something healthier from somebody else. Anyways, I look at that. And now we drank a lot of pop and juice in our house, like a lot of juice. Like there's no water in our house. But I look now, and we drink water in our house. If there's pop, it's a very, very special thing. And juice, well, juice is also it's also we barely have juice in our house. It's also a very, very special thing. unless it's green juice being juiced by me. So the thing is, though, my parents didn't know any different. Even my husband had pop growing up. We didn't know back then what we know now, so we can improve. So it's not saying that what you're doing right now is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's what you know now. And then as you learn, you can do better. So, so we do a lot differently from our childhood that we know so different now and things like that. But it's not like what they did was horribly bad. It was just, that's what they did. They knew, right? So you change and you improve as you understand things and do things differently. But first, let's get back to denial, because I've kind of got off track. So denial, you didn't even know you were lying. So it takes either a person like I had, like a mentor, literally hit me over the head, not physically, but like spiritually hit me over the head, and was like, yo, like, you know, she knocked me out of this lying daze I was in, to make me realize that no one's perfect. No one has all their stuff together, like all the time. Like not everybody's, you know, perfect and, you know, all happy and rainbows and butterflies all the time. We have our moments. We have our bad days. Everybody. And it's the ones that have, like, you know, the tools that can get back up again a little quicker. And you can have those tools too. You might already have all those tools. And it's just being mindful about using them when you need them. Or realizing that you kind of went off track and you need to pick yourself back up and do it again. But it's breaking down that denial wall, not realizing that there is anything to be taken care of. And now the other spectrum is like, so you don't know you're lying to yourself. Like for me, I didn't know. And then I went through this huge, huge healing window. Like I immersed myself in it once I realized yes, I indeed had some stuff I could work on. And then I was like, oh my goodness, why am I'm taking forever in here? Like, I don't want to live my life in this world of like having to work on my stuff, like all the, junk in the trunk kind of thing, all my baggage for the rest of my life. Oh my goodness, that's insane. But I realized there are seasons. So like my season of denial happened. There's time of healing. So I work with clients usually about 3 to 6 months, give or take. And then I let them go and fly on their own, unless they want to work longer. And then maybe they want to come back, maybe they don't. But you do need time to just live in and breathe and enjoy too. So there's like this fun thing about having tools to continually live through your life. And then when something comes up, a big trigger happens, or, you're just feeling really down and you got to figure it out, then you can lean on those or go to support. It's also very important to talk to people and get support when you need it. But it doesn't have to be this like down in the trenches healing nonstop 24/7 until you get perfect. Like I remember thinking that, and I was like, I got so overwhelmed. We're constantly learning and growing. So you need to take little breaks too. Like it's not a healing, you're not healing your inner, wounds and things like that 24/7, like 365 days a year. You get down deep and dirty for a while, get some stuff, get some stuff out. Think about or even let's go with one area, cleaning out your closet. Like maybe you haven't touched it in a year, maybe more. And you just go through all that first, like just one focus. And then you don't touch it again until maybe the next year, a couple of years after. And you just, clean out the things you're not using anymore, or you're not wearing, or as holes. It's the same thing with our mind and our healing. It's whatever's showing up. And then the more there's these really cool tools that you use, and the more you use them, the more they just kind of come second nature to you. Like you don't have to overly think about it anymore. They're just it's just something you do. Or it's something like, oh, I'm having some I need to talk to somebody again about something. Then that's when you reach for help and support again. Like it's those things. So the more you do something. So anyways, I'm really circling around denial because it's a really tricky thing to kind of to do. But if you feel like you're avoiding something, take a time to just really think about it and be like, am I not working on something because I just don't want to look at it? Or that I think like I have nothing? Just know that we are all works in progress. And I don't even want to say work because we're all beautiful. We're all amazing just as we are. The thing is, though, we all shower, right? Or bathe. We bathe at some point. So just because you have a bath one day, or, it doesn't mean you never have a bath again. We're not going to stay perfectly clean our whole lives. We're not perfect, but we're beautiful and unique and amazing. So sometimes we just need a little dusting off, a little extra self-love, a little self-care. So if there's something you've been avoiding, this might be a good time to pull out your journal or take a walk or reach out to somebody and have a conversation. Maybe it's yourself that you need to have a conversation with. But just know that if you've been kind of like beating around a bush or kind of avoiding an area of your life or any of that kind of thing, you find yourself kind of avoiding something, it won't go away unless it's, looked at. Clothes with holes in your closet won't just vanish unless somebody comes and takes them out on you, I guess. But they won't just magically leave your closet. You need to take them out. Same with whatever you might be. And I'm not talking about, it doesn't have to be like crazy trauma from your childhood or, big triggers. It could be anything in your life that you might just not be being completely honest with yourself. And it's okay that you haven't been honest. But maybe just have a little look at yourself or just know that you are uniquely you in your own wonderful way. And it's okay to have bumps and falls along your path. The most important thing is what you do when you fall down. Let's get back up again. Dust yourself off and take another step in the direction you want to go. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.